Let's go now to the portion of the Torah which is referred to as lech lecha. Lech lecha is translated as go unto you. And this is the commandment when God tells the patriarch Abraham to leave his homeland, to leave his birthplace, and to go forth to the land that he will show him, which is the land that we now know as Israel. But there's something very interesting. You remember when we talked about Noah, that the Torah starts off by telling you how Noah was a very fine person, righteous, just, and God spoke to him and told him to build the ark to save himself from the flood. But it's interesting that this commandment over here that God speaks to Abraham is not preceded by anything that tells us about why God chose to talk to Abraham more than anyone else. It doesn't tell us that Abraham was a tzaddik. Well, then why did God choose to talk to Abraham more than anyone else? And one of the commentators said something very beautiful. He said, God did not single out Abraham to talk to him. God spoke to everyone, but Abraham was the only one who listened and obeyed. And this is something we've got to be careful about, right? God speaks to all of us, but we have to think about, are we ready to listen and ready to hear his word? Someone once asked the rabbi, is it true that our prayers are heard? And the rabbi said, well, do you listen? Of course God hears our prayers, but it's equally important that we too should be listening. God's voice is always there in many ways, but we have to be careful that we keep our eyes and ears open to be able to listen to the word of God.